All right, what's going on, people? It's Anthony Spoken. Anthony, hope everybody's doing well. I haven't made a video or even gone live, like a for real, like YouTube video this month. I know I did one last month. I've been focusing on other things, and yeah, I'm going back to. I'm thinking about getting back into the swing and everything, but this video had me, or this tonight, I'm just thinking about relationships overall, and cheating. And when is all right? Let me ask you a question. Do you ever believe that cheating is ever an excuse? And I'll give you an example. Um, I was seeing this woman a little while ago, and we were getting along really good. Now, here's the thing: whenever you're getting along really good in a relationship, you're gonna have to make a choice eventually. What's more important, your friends or the relationship yourself? The relationship itself. Now, I would like to think that if you tell each other that you love each other and that you see a future with the person and you want to have kids or whatever else, you're going to put the persons that you are in a relationship with, thoughts and feelings before your friends. Because ideally, you're not going to sit there and marry and sleep with your friend. The goal is to marry and sleep with the person you're in a relationship with. At least that's my thought process. So I was talking to this woman a while back. We were dating for I don't know a good 6 months, and then she had one of her friends, and I didn't like this one particular friend. Like I met her sister, I met all her other friends. So this one friend, I just didn't like her. I didn't like her influence on her. I didn't like her personality. She just seemed really fake to me. And you know how it is when you're a man, or not even a man. Whenever you're just in the outside of a long-term friendship, you kind of see that person for the full of crap that they really are. Well, whenever my ex or the woman I was seeing back then was around her, she would act so different. She always wanted to party. She always wanted to get drunk. She always wanted to, just be inappropriate. And it was causing a lot of problems with us. But then I had a gut feeling something was off. I remember one night she uh, gave me a call, and like she was just like so drunk that she passed out on the phone. She video called me. And I didn't like that at all. And her friend there, she was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm looking after her." And I was like, "Nah, I don't like that." I never liked how her friend always wanted to be in the middle of our relationship and our conversation and whatnot. Anyways, I couldn't shake the feeling. I even told her, I was like, "Look, you gotta bring it back. If you're not gonna stop this partying all the time, we can't be together because this wasn't who you were when we first met and started talking. This wasn't who you were when we were dating. In fact, this wasn't who you were until you met your friend here. And if this is who you are, I don't need to be with you." And plus, I had a gut feeling that she was doing other stuff I didn't know about at that time. And I ended up finding out I was right later on. So, me and her broke up shortly after that. And then I want to say about a week or 2 weeks later, supposedly I got a message from her friend telling me that my ex was in the hospital because she tried to hurt herself because me and her broke up. And I fell for it like a sucker. Like I said, it was a long time ago, so I fell for it. Well, me and her talked, and we eventually got back together. But it wasn't the same, and not because she harmed herself, because we quote unquote broke up. It was just the fact that there was just something telling me that she was lying to me. So, and again, keep in mind, this whole entire time, our relationship was great. We was getting on great, really good. So, one day, when let's say fast forward, 3 or 4 months later, one day, and we were just talking, we were just hanging out, and we were a little inebriated. So I was like, "So when did you cheat on me?" I just asked her, and you know what they say. what is it? Is it a drunk lips give silver tongue or something like that? Lick your lips and make a silver tongue. And it is concept out. Like, yeah, I cheated on you back in June. And I was like, oh, really? And when her told me that, I was like, June, that's when your friend came back into town. And that's when around the time we broke up because she was acting different. So, she tried to apologize, all this other kind of stuff. Oh, I left this part out. When she told me this, her friend was back in town too. Keep that in mind. Like I said, she always acts different with this one friend is in town. So I was like, oh, okay. So she was trying to be upset. Then again, her friend trying to be in the middle of our relationship again, trying to quote unquote mediate, which we had no problems communicating before you came into the picture. And I was just like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't do this. You know what? I mean, if you're cheating, she said, no, I'm not cheating. I cheated one time. It was dumb. And I was like, yeah. And that one time you did it, it was when this friend was here. And we was having problems because you was going out too much. Because I try not to be like an overly jealous guy, right? I don't want to be around the woman I'm seeing all the time, 100% of the time. But at the exact same time, I want you to be respectful of me if we're together. And that wasn't happening back then. And, like I said, you just know sometimes when somebody's not being truthful or faithful to you. Anyways, we ended up breaking up again. She was like, I'm sorry, it'll never happen again. I truly love you, all this other kind of stuff. But again, whenever she gets around this friend, she always acts different. So I don't know. I, I just I just hate relationships. I would say that. They say, oh, people are talking to me. Amelia, hi Amelia. Hope you're doing well. David, what's going on, David? What's this sticker thing on here? Oh, they see. I haven't been on live so long. They redesigned a whole entire app or the features on here. That's kind of cool though. What else is on here? Retouch sliding. Nah, that's just too much. Anyways, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Slowly trying to get back into doing this content, online stuff again. It's I had to take a break for a while because mainly because I was focusing on more real life goals, and I wanted to focus more on that, and mainly the more real life goals. It's just not more going to the gym, eating healthier, getting that start healthier part of my life. Like I started back in October, but I wanted to really hone in on it in January, and that's what I've been doing. And doing that, trying to rediscipline myself mentally for eating and working out and stuff. It kind of took away my focus from doing online content, and I realized that I actually really enjoy doing online content. I have to because I've been doing it for a while. I don't get paid for it, so it is what it is. Um, yeah, I'm kind of tired though. Excuse me. But it's one of those things I figure out. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just sitting here, not being productive. I'm too tired to clean up my kitchen. I'll get that done in the morning. Uh, I have clothes. I guess I could technically fold. I just don't feel like doing that right now either. But well, it's like, you know what? Let me start making sure I get back into uh, posting videos again. Like I post shorts here and there. Like the same stuff I post on TikTok, I'll post on here for the most part. But like actual posting, like content, I haven't done that in a while. I gotta renew my subscription to Adobe Photoshop now. I'm thinking about it, so I can work on making my thumbnails. However, I will say this: that Chat GPT and some of those other AIs will make some pretty interesting thumbnails for you for YouTube. You know, gotta do it yourself and save yourself some time. I have a love hate relationship with AI overall. I mean, I think it's really cool for all the um, it's really cool for all the features it brings up, right? Um, like the thumbnails, the creative images, the grammar aspects of it. I really like the grammar aspects of it because let's say if you're writing out like an essay or a paper or just a description, it can help you improve and make it sound more professional and things of that nature. But the thing I kind of dislike about it is the over reliance of it. Because if you have something that you can plug it in and give you back an answer, it doesn't help you grow as a person, in my opinion. But and then there's the environmental aspects of it too. But I don't know, AI kind of worries me. This whole entire push for it, they're pushing it so hard. This doesn't make any sense to me, like at all. I don't understand why this push for AI is so hard. It's only like the last 2 years or so, and I don't know. I work in a field like in my regular professional job. I gotta talk to people on a daily basis. I gotta read and write and respond back to emails from people that sending messages to us to get questions and answers. And there's like a really large decline when it comes to verbal expressions, uh, just conversation, just conversation etiquette in general has disappeared. It's one of those things that people actually once upon a time listened to each other and disagree. Now you don't even listen to the other person. You just over talk them and yell at them and think that's going to help you get your way most of the time when it doesn't. And it doesn't make any sense. Now, I remember I said I noticed this behavior really started and become popular whenever the president came into office because that's what he did during his debates. If you ever notice, he will always just overtalk and insult somebody during his debates, presidential debates, when he was trying to become president. And you see a lot of people mimicking that style because they idolize them so much. My voice starting to go out. I actually bit my tongue, and that shit hurt. Oh, speaking of communication, conversation etiquette, um, I do have a thought process when it comes to Kai Cenat. And I remember seeing like a clip or a video of him saying that he's reading more because he wants to be able to communicate and express himself better. And I don't necessarily disagree with that, but it's also depending on what you're reading to. I mean, if you're reading Cat in the Hat, it's not going to help you improve. If you're reading books that are just like fantasy and fiction, it's not really going to help you improve because that's somebody else's imagination. A lot of the time, you have to start reading books that are uncomfortable for you to read, that gives you a hard truth. Books of um, I would say a lot of history books would do that, but that still won't help them with communication. Being a good reader and an effective communicator is two separate things. To be a effective communicator, in my opinion, um, the best way for Kaiser to do that is for one, take a speech class. Two, take a debate class. Those two things right there, speech and debate, will improve that right away. Three, go to black barbershops. I like black barbershops in in a rough area. Those three things will help him be the best communicator ever. Um, but and when I say black barbershops, I mean black American barbershops, and I specify that because I still remember when Kai said that black Americans don't have culture, right? We don't have anything, that we're not anything, we're just black. But if you truly wanted to be an effective communicator, like he expressed before, those are the three things you could do. And the one thing that you can say, especially about Black Americans, we are quick when it comes to the comebacks. Now, sometimes it can be very inappropriate, hurt your feelings, but We always gotta stay our toes and think fast. So that was just me, my advice in that area. But the interesting thing about it is, he made streaming university, right? And I didn't know how old Carson I was. I honestly thought he was like closer to 30. I didn't realize he was like he's younger than 25 or had 25, something like that. And he's mentoring or supervising or babysitting Rikai. And if you are not a strong minded individual, how can you lead a younger person to be strong minded? Yes, Kai got lucky with the streaming and the clout that comes with it, and he's able to bless other people with those opportunities. But if you're not an effective communicator, if you don't have strong reading skills, then that's an issue because you're you're easily, well, I can't talk because my tongue hurts. It's easier for you to be taken advantage of. We see it time and time again. I mean, if you really think about it, and this is no insult towards Mike Tyson in any way, shape, or form, because he had a hard life and he didn't have those opportunities to really elevate himself like that when he became rich and famous. But if you look at Mike Tyson and how he was taken advantage of, if he was a better communicator and had a better reading comprehension, he could have maybe not understood everything in those contracts, but maybe he could have seen some stuff that could have made him question and wanted him to get a lawyer. He used to rely on the other people to just be honest people, but that's not how the world works. And I'm kind of curious in 5 or 10 years, is that going to be the same story when it comes to Kai and Rikai? Like the other person, people in the AMP house. Well, I won't say other people, mainly Agent, because Agent seems to be a very level-headed, well-rounded, educated person for the most part. Or I don't even say educated. See, he just has good sense about him. So I would think that he would look out for the people in the house. But he can't do everything. He can't look over every single deal. So yeah, good luck to them, I guess. Um, I'm not sure what your name is, but you said wow. Why did you say wow? Is anybody even still in here anymore? But yeah, my name is Anthony Spoken Anthony. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. Again, I'm trying to get on here more again, get back into the swing. I was been working on my personal goals to retrain my mind and what I put into my body, and the kind of rest I'm getting. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I was doing this content thing, when I was making videos like 3 times a week, um, it's not as easy as you think because I don't have a team. It's just me. So every single thing I had to research and done knows how to make. I did it all myself. And, I work a regular job too. And then I'm also a single father. So I was just burning myself on every single end of the stick and I wasn't taking care of my health. So I had to refocus on that. Because I want to live until I'm at least 80, a good, healthy, strong 80-year old. But to do that, I got to get back in that mindset. That's my overall goal again. So, well, I am tired. Again, like I said, I bit my tongue earlier and I'm just, it hurts to talk. So, um, I should be on here again soon, hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. I know I got work and I plan on going to the gym again and we'll just see how it goes. Maybe I'll wake up early and do something there. But if you watch, thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a good night.